Did you know that VS Code has built-in port forwarding for locally running services? That means you can be running a local host on your machine and actually publish that out to a URL that you can hit from anywhere on the internet. You can do it either as an authenticated service where you have to log in using your same GitHub account you used to set it up, or you can actually make it public to where anyone on the internet can view it. It's really interesting both for development in teams, but also just for debugging yourself. Let's check it out. All right, so how does this thing actually work? Well, if I come inside here, all I have to do is start a local service. Right now, this only works on local services. It does not work on remote connections. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the VS Code extension called Remote Tunnels. They do plan to bring that in the future, but for right now, this only works on local running services like a local host right here. But you'll notice that you've got this new ports option here. So all I have to do is come in here and click forward a port, and then go ahead and enter in that port name right here, just like that, and hit enter. Now, the very first time you do that, you have to authenticate with GitHub, and that's because by default, this is private. In other words, the connection itself is private. So when you start up that service, it actually requires you to log in with the same GitHub account you used to set up this address. Now, I've already authenticated with GitHub, so it doesn't make me do that here. But notice that I can do a couple things. I can copy this to my clipboard. I can open this up in the browser, or I can open it up in like an in-browser window right here. But I have to log in with my same GitHub account. So I'm going to go ahead and command click this right here and just go ahead and click open. Once again, normally you'd have to just log in or authenticate again. Just say, yes, I understand that this is a forwarded local host and I trust whoever's doing this because it should be you. But I've already done that. So you can see here that now I just get this nice home screen. So I'm actually interacting with this as if it's live on the internet because, well, it is. It's actually been forwarded to an HTTPS domain right here. You can see that. So really, really cool stuff going on. Let me go ahead and shut this down. And now you're going to see that we can also switch this from private to public. So if I right click anywhere on here, actually, I can just change the port visibility here to public. So I'll go ahead and do that. And it just says, hey, just so you know, anyone on the internet can connect to this. So I'll go ahead and click continue, and that's fine by me. And I'll open this back up again with command click and click open. Now, anybody on the internet can access this without logging in. Now here's the thing, it has to be running in dev mode. So if I come back over here and I close down this dev mode and refresh, you'll notice that it no longer is available, so it can't handle this anymore. And if I delete the port altogether, obviously it will also not be able to be reached. I think for me, there's two different times I'd use this. One would be if I'm struggling, needing to debug something, and I want to try it out like on my phone or something like that. To actually see my dev mode as I'm developing live, this is a really easy way to get started. Now, there are certainly other ways to do that as well. For instance, you can just host it on your local network with Vite. You can do that pretty easily just with the -- host. The other thing is that this makes it really easy to share it with other people on like a development team. So they can actually see what you're doing live as you're editing and updating the site. Once again, they might help with debugging, or they could simply just give you feedback as you develop. Now, those are just the two I thought of. I'm sure there are other use cases, maybe even more obvious ones. So if you use this or would use this in a different way, let me know in the comments. VS Code is always adding new features, and I love it when I stumble across something like this. Well, I hope this was a help. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Happy coding.